Hi, everyone. This is Coach Stephanie Wood, and I am with Anika Jameson, Jameson, and we're here on my podcast, Tap Into Your Body Confidence, where entrepreneurs unite to showcase their talents. Now, Anika, you're always up to some kind of project. Let people know what you're up to these days and how they can connect with you. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Stephanie, for having me once again. I am the owner of Your Intrinsic Image, and I guide women who are ready to come out of the shadows with a deep desire to be seen, to embody their intrinsic image by revealing their inner beauty, power, and presence. I am on social media on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and you can find me under Your Intrinsic Image. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one, you can contact me via email at Anika, Anika, at yourintrinsicimage.com.
Beautifully said. And you can find me at my site, Body Awe, BODYAWE, like an awesome. And as Anika knows, I thoroughly enjoy coaching women entrepreneurs who are starting out or integrating new business skills into their business, and also to tap into their confidence. And I do that with my body knowledge system and with my experiences owning, managing, and creating several profitable businesses. Now, Anika and I have been doing a series around your intrinsic image. And today we're speaking about your qualities. So embracing your unique qualities. I, for one, as a coach, always go for how are we going to practice this? It sounds very fancy. Embracing your unique qualities. So I guess we'd have to know what our unique qualities are first, right?
Right, correct.
You go first, girlfriend.
Okay. Well, I will start with myself, right? And an example for me is my curly hair, right? I yes, and you have curly hair too as well, right? Naturally curly hair, it's pretty much a wash and go process for me. For most people, if they want to have curly hair, they have to manipulate it in some way, shape, or form. So one of the things I embraced about myself was what may come easy for me may not necessarily come easy for someone else. So when it comes to my hair, I love the fact that I can do a wash and go process, right? And then if I didn't want it to be curly anymore, I can literally just flat iron it out. And I really didn't have to use much product to get both hairstyles. So that was something that I embraced with me, that I had both options, and that in order for me to make the change, it didn't require a lot for me to do. So for me, that is one of my unique qualities, you could say, that I had, and I embraced it.
So would there be anything that would get in your way of not embracing that quality?
Well, the thing is there's so many hairstyles out there now, right? So you have a lot of hair extensions that's very popular. You have, so with that being said, it's easier just to go ahead to go and buy a look and wear it instead of having to do it yourself. And so the, in terms of the convenience, right? I can say, well, yeah, I can do this, but it's taking up too much time. Let me just go buy a hair extension so I could just have it done in like a matter of minutes, right? But I just decided, why pay for something that I can do for myself? So that was part of embracing the unique quality. It may not look exactly the same, but it still will be all mine, and that's okay.
It definitely is all yours. Everything is beautiful. So as you were speaking, I was thinking, okay, what quality do I embrace? What I love to embrace is when I turn on a piece of music, Anika. And people ask me all the time, okay, you talk about movement all the time, Stephanie. Okay, what is your regiment? I go, there is none. They freak out. What do you mean? You don't have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No. What I like to do, music is my choreographer. She plays her rhythm. My body decides to do whatever she wants to that rhythm. I am happy as a pea in the pod. Now, don't get me wrong. I come from a health nutritional dance background. I know where to get those DVDs.
Right.
And they're always after me. Why don't you want to get the one for December or January? No. Do you know what I do? I do buy the DVDs, but I just use their music. Whatever the girl or the man on the tape does, I do just the opposite. Because I can.
You can, yes.
That's the motto. Because I can.
Yes. And it feels good to you.
Well, can't you tell? I'm going to start right now if you put some music on.
Yeah. And I think to part of embracing unique qualities is not just external stuff, it's the internal stuff, because that's what your intrinsic beauty is all about. It's embracing your true nature so that you are not externally referenced, right? And so one of my unique qualities that I also embrace is that I'm very mindful of others. I try to think about other, I try to consider other people just as much as I consider myself when it comes to doing things and making decisions, right? Just for example, if I'm giving someone a gift, whether it's birthday or Christmas, I always try to think about what they like, right? And then I add a little bit more to that, where it has to also be something that I like to get them based on what they like. So if someone says, hey, I like reading, I like books, I'm not just going to go out and buy a book, right? I'm going to think about their personality and what I know that they enjoy. And then I'm going to think about a book that can reflect that. So when they get the book, it's not just like, oh, she gave me a book, but it's a book on something that I enjoy reading or in something that I enjoy doing. So that's something I pride myself on, that I really try to consider others when making decisions that will affect them. And so that's what I consider a unique quality.
I love that. And I'm going to add on to it in my way. My dad, when he sends me an email, I could, because I know his personality, I can tell if he's annoyed or being sensitive. Not that your father ever does that. And my first, we have something in common. My first response is to be just as sensitive and like, back. No, pull back. And I add a sense of humor, hopefully within my words and the cadence of my writing, that he will understand that, you're taking things a little too seriously here without pushing it in his face.
Right. Correct. Right. And so that's a unique quality that you have. And so those are the things that we should embrace about ourselves, because so the society that we live in right now, it's a society of comparison, always comparing ourselves to someone else. How are they better, or how if they look better, if they have more than we do, if they have a better career, if they have a better job. It's always comparison, right? And the comparison, it causes us to lessen the way we see ourselves and the lesson, the way we should value ourselves. So the thing about loving your unique qualities is that it doesn't allow you to do that, right? So when you see that there's a unique quality in yourself that someone else may not have, it's okay. Love that about yourself because it makes you different.
So it
It
doesn't
sets you
make
aside.
it doesn't make you selfish.
It doesn't make you selfish and it doesn't make you less than. It just makes you different, and that's okay.
Different.
It makes you different. And that's part of your intrinsic image because that's part of your true nature, right? So it's authentic to you. And so you're showing up as your best self, which is your authentic self. And that's okay. That's okay. So you're not supposed to look like anyone else.
Thank God. Can you
I know.
imagine looking at another Stephanie?
I don't know if I can handle two of you, Stephanie. One is enough. No.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was a strange
Yeah.
visualization I just had.
Yes.
Whoa.
But
That's
even with
another
twins,
conversation.
but even with twins, right?
Right.
Identical twins, they may look alike physically, right? But their genetic makeup is different, right? And they have their own personalities, right? So a lot of time, the mother to a twin, they can know which twin they're dealing with before they even say anything, just from the energy that they present when they enter into the room, right? And so they too have unique qualities, even though they may look alike. So that in its sense lets you know that no two people are meant to be exactly the same.
And you just touched on another very good point is energy. You know, if I'm going
Yes.
to embrace my unique qualities, if I don't really trust them or understand them or allow them to breathe, then nobody else will.
Correct.
And
Right.
one other point, this is very interesting. Yes, I'm going to bring animals into the conversation.
That's
And
good. I love them.
but
I do.
when I'm taking my walks, I don't have a dog, I
Mhm.
have a cat. People walking their dogs are all different sizes, shapes, personalities.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
it's very interesting to me when two owners come with their two dogs, how they
Mhm.
interact. Now, I don't think they have societal pressures or anything, do they?
They don't.
But they showcase their true qualities. It's like right off the bat, I don't like you.
Mhm.
Is
Mhm.
that embracing a true quality? If
It
you see,
is, and that's okay too. It's
well,
okay
we
because
have
that's nature,
societal.
right?
Are you serious?
Yes, that's nature, right? That's nature. You know, it's funny how if we really look at the way animals interact and we like really step back and look at that, it's amazing because like you said, they don't have those societal restraints. And it's either they connect or they don't. And if they don't, they're fine. They go about their way and they'll find someone that they connect with. And if we could embrace that with ourselves, we'll be so much better off because we're not going to be trying to fit in, right? We're like, okay, we don't connect. You know what? Nice meeting you. Have a good life and just keep it moving. Because
But
that's what
you
animals do.
know, but let's blame it on society and the way we were brought up. You know, I would come home from school. How could you be mean to Susan? I
Mhm.
wasn't mean to
Mhm.
her. I just didn't want to play with her. Oh, you were mean.
Right.
And then all of a sudden
Mhm.
I'm shutting off what I really felt.
Mhm.
Not crazy.
Yeah.
But again, you know, as my mom doesn't want me to be mean to people. So
Mhm.
there is a
Right.
fine line.
Exactly. Right, right. And there's a fine line, right? But not connecting and being mean. So if you enter a space with someone else and you feel like your energies aren't aligned and you decide that you don't want to interact, that's okay. But if you know that your energies don't align and you use that to project negativity, then that's being mean. And that's not what we don't want to do. So if we don't connect, it's okay to say we don't connect and walk away, instead of trying to impede who we are on someone else in a negative way, right? And so going back to the animals, that's what they do. If they don't connect on that first meeting, and they're going at it and they're barking, and it's like, I'm not having it, and it's like, I'm out of here.
I'm not having it. I love that. I'm not having. But then, but on the other side of the coin, when you see, I mean, we have a Great Dane in the neighborhood, and a little poodle. They're in love.
Yes.
Size does not matter.
Energies align. Yes, there are, because that poodle is authentic in his little self, and the Great Dane is authentic in his big self, right? And so that's why they align, because they both know who they are, and they're not intimidated by the other one, right? And so that's the thing about being authentic. You're not intimidated by someone else standing in their authenticity.
And that is the message.
Yes.
That we are spewing out today. So tell people how they can find you.
Sure. If you guys would like to connect with me, you can connect with me on social media, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook at Your Intrinsic Image. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one, you can connect with me via email at Anika, Anika, at yourintrinsicimage.com.
And you can find me at bodyawe, BODYAWE.com, and social media networks and platforms. And go to the site and check out some ebook goodies that will give you something to remember and practice. And Anika, I will see you again soon.
Yes, you will.
Thank you very much.